Good evening. You are joining Shine Sam on another Pentatonic Nobody Talks Anymore podcast. And I'm joined tonight by the lovely Scott Curwen. Hello, Scott.
How you doing? We good? You all right?
I'm good. Yeah. How's things been?
All good, man. I'm all ready to go. I've got my little Oasis mug full of tea and that. See that there? Yeah, maybe.
I didn't get myself a brew. Look, that'll go with my coasters. Look.
Oh, look at them.
Cool.
Yeah, look at
I got those last year with the definitely maybe 25th anniversary.
Yeah, I never got to go to that, man. I missed it. I'm gutted because they're like my favourite band like ever, and that looked brilliant. That did.
They did like loads of merchandise, didn't they?
Yeah.
They did, and I just bought loads, and I got this as well. Look.
Oh, look at that. That's pucker, that, isn't it? You'll have to give us a lender one.
I know. Give you a little tune, everybody. Right then, so Scott, on the theme of Oasis, so Scott's quite new to that. Well, you've just released your first single, haven't you? Out of Reach.
Yeah. Released that back in May the 15th, I think it was, that come out. So it's been a while. It's been really well received as well. Like, I'm really happy with like the way people have reacted to it, and I've got like quite a dedicated little following on Twitter and that now. So it's given me a nice platform to work off, man.
Definitely, and I'm proud to be one of them. But yeah, so that's a really great tune. I played that, didn't I? On what was it? Was it last weekend or the week? Yeah, it was.
It was,
on Saturday.
Saturday just gone. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us where you. This is the cool Oasis link. So tell us where you live, Scott.
I'm from North London originally, but I now live in the motherland, as we call it, Nebworth.
Nebworth.
I know, it's the place, man. Do you know what, though? To be fair, it's not as cool as it sounds. It's full of, like, old people. Like, I'm not being rude or nothing. It's really quiet. It is dead quiet. It's not as cool as it sounds, I swear.
Oh, it's such a shame. But even still, I just love that. Like, Oasis, your favourite band, and you live in Nebworth. Did you move there deliberately?
No, do you know what? It's like, I've had people ask me, like, did you go deliberately? It's not even that. We just ended up here, and I think that's kind of like fate, do you know what I mean?
I think so, because you have got a bit of an Oasis, like a bit of a Liam Gallagher vibe to your music, I think.
Yeah, I get that a lot. It's nice now because the last band I was in, we were called Lanes, and that was always like the lazy comparison that we'd get. Like whatever we released, it would be like, sounds like Oasis, sounds like Liam and Noel. But I think now with the new producer that I'm working with, his forte is like kind of drum and bass, which is not really my thing, but it's giving it like a kind of Chemical Brothers, Uncle kind of vibe. All my new stuff, I'm getting like a really kind of unique.
It is. There's a really good beat to your music. It's kind of like your standard like indie rock, but it's just got a really good beat, really catchy beat. So essentially, just before we started chatting, I was listening to your new single, Exclusive, that your lovely manager Bob sent me yesterday.
Yeah.
Love Bob. So Stop the Rain.
Yeah, Stop the Rain. That's the title of it. We ain't got a release date for it yet, but I'm really like, I've got high hopes for it. I think hopefully it's going to be received really well, and it should be the song that's going to take me on to the next level now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think even Out of Reach as well is brilliant. It really stands out as something good.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. I've had nothing but like lovely support from loads of people across Twitter and Insta, man. I can't be more grateful, to be honest.
Yeah, that's it though. I think that's the trouble with bands and artists nowadays. I think a lot of whereas the old days you just hassle radio companies and magazines and things like that to get your music out there. But now I think it's all about the fans and like how the fans get involved, how the fans spread the word.
That's absolutely it. It's all word of mouth. And I think the thing is, like, I was having a conversation with someone the other day. I can't remember who it was. But I was saying about how on earth did artists do it like 20, 30 years ago? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, to me, it baffles me how they used to do it, like getting their records in shops and people queuing up to buy it. Now it's all like in your hand. It's so different now.
They'd have to send letters, wouldn't they? Send letters to people.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So I suppose in some ways it's easier now, but I think in other ways it's harder because there's so many people that've got access to social media.
That's it. It kind of cancels each other out, doesn't it? But I do believe with the power of the internet nowadays, if you're good enough, you will get like to where you want to go. Do you know what I mean? Because there's no way you can't really be found nowadays if you've got that ability, because the internet's so powerful.
Yeah, it really is. I just think I found it really over the last sort of 10, 15 years where like radio would play, they choose basically who you listen to, and you could choose out of, I don't know, say 50 artists or bands, and that was all you heard. But nowadays everyone's like, oh my God, there's so much new music everywhere that it's really difficult. But I think you are right. If you've got something that makes you stand out really well, then you will go far. It's like the Lathams that, like, for instance, that their whole journey has been powered on social media.
Yeah. Who's that? Sorry, the Lathams, did you say?
The Lathams, yeah.
You know what? I was quite late to the party with them, and I was listening to them. When was it? Saturday night. They're really good, man. The singer's got a really, really powerful voice, isn't he?
Yeah, but their whole thing was literally social media. I think Tim Burgess started it off. He'd seen one of their videos, and someone had cancelled at Kendal Calling, the Tim Peake stage. So Tim had invited them to come and play on his stage, and that was just the start of things. And then it just literally spiraled out of control. So they were just, before they knew it, they were supposed to be supporting Paul Weller, Jerry Cinnamon. Well, they supported Jerry Cinnamon last year. Right. It's good to still see it happen.
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to see that kind of upcoming band being given that chance on a bigger scale. Do you know what I mean? Because it doesn't happen often enough, I don't think.
No, I agree. I do agree.
Yeah.
But I think you just go with the flow, and I think do the best you can. But you have got a real talent. So if anyone's watching this and you've not heard Scott, there's only one song out at the moment, but you can just listen to that on repeat until Stop the Rain comes out.
On repeat. There'll be more coming. I promise you, there'll be more coming. I've got 2 albums written, Sam. So it's not like I'm going to run out of songs.
So you say you'd be in a band then called The Lanes?
Yeah. That was like that band actually started in 2018. And it actually spawned from, I went in a studio in East London, like, to do the first sessions for me as a solo artist. And then it kind of, the band, like the musicians I had, that kind of, the band formed from there. And then we was together through 2019. And then unfortunately it didn't work out. And now I'm kind of back to square one being a solo artist again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you're doing great so far. So you say you've got a good manager behind you.
Oh yeah, but I can't say enough good words about Bob, man. He's a bit mental. He's a bit mental.
Yeah, I like it though. I like people.
Yeah, mate, that's why me and him get on, man. We're just a pair of loons. Like, when we get together, it's like stand aside and watch out. But he's good at what he does. You know what I mean? He interacts with people, and he knocks on the door, and he like gets opportunities for me. Do you know what I mean? So I'm grateful to have him helping me out. Like,
well, he sent me loads of stuff about you.
Yeah.
And he'll say, like, do that, can you do this, can you do that? He said to me tonight, he's like, oh, I'll put a tweet out about just you've heard a special preview of Scott's new single. And he didn't know about the podcast, so I said, well, funnily enough, Bob, I'm doing a podcast with Scott tonight, so I'll tie it in later on. I had an
yeah, man, he's brilliant, man. He's brilliant at what he does. I love him to bits.
Oh, that's good. So do you do anything else apart from the music then, or is it music just your focus now?
Well, do you know what? It is now, the last sort of 2 weeks, because unfortunately, because of all this COVID, I got made redundant the other month.
No!
Yeah, I know. It's a bit of a nightmare, really. But
I'm sorry.
I should know, because I know I'm not the only one. Do you know what I mean? There's been loads of us who have lost jobs and that because of everything that's been going on. But yeah, at the minute, all I'm doing is the music.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. It's just been such a weird year.
Yeah, it's been strange, isn't it? It has been a weird one. I'm just glad we're like slowly but surely, hopefully, getting back to a bit of normality now. I just want to get out gigging and just feel normal again.
I know. So did you have any gigs lined up, or was it too early days?
I'm trying to think now. Do you know what? I don't think I did, because we were gigging with a band like towards the tail end of last year, and then I went quiet for the first part of this year with music. And then as soon as I started recording, that's when we went into lockdown. So I didn't really have anything lined up.
What would be your ideal gig then? Say 2021, if you could play one gig. Or festival.
That's a good question. Well, do you know what? It's not going to happen, right? Because it's just too far out there. I was speaking to a friend of mine the other day, and I was just saying there's really something special about Glastonbury. I don't know, have you ever been to Glasgow?
No, this was supposed to be my first year ever.
No, that is typical, that, isn't it? That is typical. Yeah, I was saying to someone the other day, like, I'd just love to play the Pyramid stage. It's just like, it's got something magical about it, hasn't it? Do you know what I mean? That would be my dream sort of gig, definitely.
I love that though. I love that. It's just not even like a special venue. Just I don't want to just play Glastonbury. Like most people just say, oh, I'd love to play at Glastonbury one year. Scott's like, I want to play on the Pyramid stage at Glastonbury.
Yeah, Pyramid stage, man. You've got to go, like, aim for the top straight away, man. You've got to go for it.
I bloody agree with you. I do. It's good. Dream big. That's the way to go. But yeah, so a lot of things have been cancelled this year. And so we were going to say, me and Stuart have decided to do like a hot topic of the week now.
Right.
So our hot topic of the week is this Tom Meighan from Kasabian thing. What's your take on it?
I'm going to guess that was going to be the hot topic, to be honest. I don't really know what to make of it all, Sam. I really don't know what to make of it, because it's like, the way it's been portrayed to us throughout the week, I think it was Monday it all come out, it's just been like one complete mess, in my opinion. It's like one person said one thing, and then there's been a statement here, and then he's just put out another statement on his Twitter tonight, hasn't he? I don't know if you've read it.
No, I didn't see it. What did he say?
Yeah, put a statement out basically saying that he can't condone his behaviour, and he's been struggling with like alcohol addiction and all this, and he's still very much in love with his girlfriend. So it's like, I really don't know what to make of it. It's desperately sad, really, because they were such a good band, and they've been a really good band for like the best part of 15, 20 years now. Do you know what I mean?
No. Have you ever seen them live?
No, it's another band that I've never seen live, and I'm never going to get that chance, it looks like.
I think Kasabian are like my most watched band over the years. I follow them everywhere. I've seen them everywhere. But yeah, I was obviously, first of all, I was like, oh my God, what's happened? I did feel the same. I thought, poor Tom. Like, mental health issues are a real big thing, especially during this time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But obviously, hearing what happened in court and him admitting it, then I kind of changed my tune a bit. I think it's out of order, but we'll see whether Kasabian can carry on without Tom. What do you reckon?
I'm not sure, really.
Could take his place?
I don't think he could. But like, as good as he is and as cool as he looks, I don't think he's a front man. Like, I know he started doing the SLP thing, didn't he? He released some solo music, so maybe he's going to kind of go down that route instead. But I don't think he could front Kasabian, not the way Tom does it.
No, it wouldn't be the same. Definitely not.
No, I think with like what Tom brings, he brings so much energy, doesn't he? Like, he's across the stage, he's up and down. I just don't think Serge could replicate that. It wouldn't be the same. Funny enough, right, I see something the other day on Twitter, like, it made me like just laugh. Someone trying to say that Liam Gallagher is going to replace Tom Meighan as the frontman of Kasabian.
I saw that. I was like, that would never happen in a million years.
It's just no shit. Like, Liam's flying at the minute. Do you know what I mean? Doing his solo. I think the only thing he'd stop his solo thing for is if Oasis got back together. There's no way that he would join Kasabian. It's just
Liam's
stupid.
smashing it as well. Like, Liam doesn't need to join a band.
Exactly that.
You know what the internet's like, Scott. They always go mad, don't they? These silly conspiracy theories.
Yeah, they take something and they just run with it, don't they? They turn something that size into like this big sort of conspiracy theory. Like, it's just crazy.
I know, but yeah, it's a real shame because they such an important band of our generation. Like, this generation and last generation, they've just done amazing things. So we'll be interesting to see what they do next. But they've written a whole new album, so I don't know. Yeah, they were going to do an album tour next year.
Crazy, man. That's the thing. Like, you don't want them songs to go to waste because you know that they're just going to be banger after banger kind of thing.
No.
You know what I'm
then I've heard a lot of people say that because of what's happened, they're not only not happy about it, but they're never going to listen to Kasabian again, which I think is a bit silly because they're like, well, Tom will get their royalties, and we don't want him to. And I think, well, come on, you can't. If you enjoy the music, just take personal issues aside and still
That's the thing.
The music.
I completely agree. I think you've got to separate the art from the person sometimes. You know what I mean? Because that music will stand the test of time. His actions, as bad as they are, they won't. Do you know what I'm saying? That music will stand the test of time.
And I think if you look at the history of music, the amount of people that have done bad things and their music have always lived on. It's just a silly argument, I think. I'll always think Kasabian. But yeah, so that was it. I just think every day now, I think, what am I going to wake up to in the news?
Yeah.
You can see.
Oh, honestly, it's been crazy. Like, every day there's something. You wake up, first thing, you make a cup of tea, you check your phone, and it's just like bang, 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 bad news. This is happening. Something's gone on here. Honestly, this year is just the biggest write-off I've ever seen in my life. This year is a bigger write-off than I was at the weekend, and I was very, very smashed at the weekend.
I know, because right. So today is the 8th of July. So this will be broadcast next Wednesday. So anyway, So me and Scott are talking. When you're watching this will be in the past. So this is the 8th of July. So me and Scott were supposed to do this podcast on Sunday, but you were a little bit hungover, weren't you?
Yeah, well, I wasn't even hungover. I'd just been up all night.
It
was one of them. You get up, And I knew I was lying to myself on Saturday saying, right, I'm not going to go to the pub even though they're reopening. And then I ended up in the pub and then back to my mates. I think I slept for like 2 hours and then it was like straight up back down the pub for first drinks. Like it was a joke.
Oh, you've got to enjoy it though. The thing is, it's been like what, 3 months. I still haven't been to a pub, but I'm going to go this weekend. I'm going to go on Saturday.
Yeah, whereabouts are you from anyway? Like where do you drink? Obviously, like local to where you live.
Yeah. No, I know. I travelled up to Manchester, Scott, for a long time.
Yeah, where is it you live though? Oh God, what a silly thing to say.
No, I live in Wiltshire, so I'm only down the M4, so where you live. So it's kind of like near Swindon, Bristol way.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I know roughly. Yeah. I get you.
Yeah, but me and my friend are going walking around. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's in Somerset, so it's proper. They're proper country people. So we're going to Somerset, and we're going to go walking around Cheddar Gorge, and then we're going to get some cider. That's what we're doing. Going out for lunch. Have my first ever proper beer.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I can't wait. I wasn't going to go, but we're going to go quite early, so hopefully it'll be quite quiet.
What's that? An all-day set? All-day
set? No, literally just going out for lunch and a couple of beers, and that's it.
No, mate, no surrender, 20-day bender. That's what I say.
20 days. I must have been. No surrender, 20-day bender. I had the mother of one. I remember last Isle of Wight. I've never been so ill in my life after that. Really? 5-day bender. I was like, I can't do this shit.
What did you say? Oh, yeah. Crazy. Isle of Wight. I'd love to go there as well. That's a good festival. I've heard good things about that.
Yeah. So do you go to many festivals or? Do
you know what? Again, I was saying to someone the other day, like for someone who likes music as much as I do and like makes music, honestly, I don't really go to gigs at all or festival. I've never done a festival in my life.
Oh my God!
Scott! I know. Mate, it's bad, isn't it? It's rubbish. Slacking.
Oh, the festivals are the best place in the world. I think I was 19 when I first went to a festival. And really? I just remember being really anxious about going, thinking, oh, I don't like all these people, and thinking I'd have an anxiety attack in the crowd. But when you're there, everyone's just so chilled out and happy.
Yeah, they say everyone kind of like tries to look out for each other, don't they? It's all about having a good time, so.
Yeah, you don't really see many fights at festivals, which is weird. Probably drugs.
Yeah.
Not me. Just saying.
That's what you want though, innit? You don't want to like, if I was doing a gig somewhere and it was all kicking off, like it's not really about all that music, is it, man? We all go to have a good time together, like.
Yeah, exactly. But so you've got loads of stuff to look forward to next year then, gigs, festivals.
Well, that's the thing, like I'm hoping to end this year really strong. As bad as this year's been, I'm hoping to just do as many like interviews as I can, radio things as I can, and then by the time we go into next year with gigs restarting, I can just kind of hammer it home and just be like non-stop. I want to be like in a different town every weekend gigging. I want to come down to like you. I want to go down like further south. I want to go up north. I want to go everywhere. I want to go around the world, mate.
I love that ambition. It's so nice to see. I love it.
That's good. It's the only way.
You're in a good position.
Stagnate, didn't you?
Yeah. But you're in a good position where you've not invested anything into booking a tour or booking festivals and gigs. You've not had to cancel anything, so you can use this time just to get your name out there, so everyone knows who you are. By lots of them, be like, "Oh, I can't wait to see Scott."
Yeah, it'll be good, man. You'll have to get down to one, definitely, man. You'll have to come to one.
Well, I'm doing stuff for a magazine. Well, it's not out yet, but I'm going to be doing stuff for this magazine. It's a brand new magazine, and they want me to go out doing gig reviews and stuff. So for sure, I'll be all over the shop next year.
Yeah, you'll have to come down and give me a 10 out of 10 rating, mate.
Of course. That's already done.
Yeah, standard, mate. That's it.
Yeah, it's already done. But yeah, so I think as I was saying on my last podcast, if anyone watches me, I'm sorry if I repeat myself. I do that a lot. Remember, like I said, but I'm going to a couple of these driving gigs where you take your car.
Oh, really? Yeah, see, I don't know how I feel about them, but it could be a great thing, do you know what I mean? It's going to be like a trial and error thing. But to me, like, I don't know.
It'll be weird. But I'm going to watch the Snuts first on the 15th of August. Then I was thinking to myself, like, the Snuts?
Yeah, they do Scottish ones.
It.
Yeah, I've heard the Snuts, yeah.
But I was thinking about it. In my mind, I pictured it to be really light daylight and everyone stood by their cars. But I looked at the date, and they don't come on until 9 p.m. in the middle of August, so it's going to be pitch black.
Yeah, it'll be dark by then, won't it? Yeah. definitely.
Yeah, so I don't know what it's going to be like. No idea. I'll report
Yeah,
back.
yeah, you'll have to let me know, man. I'll just say it could be a really good thing. It could be something that continues, like, even like when normal gigs start again. Do you know what I mean? If it's good, it might be a permanent thing, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
There was an issue that I raised, I think, it's probably before lockdown, on Twitter, about how there's a lot of people that don't go to gigs because they're socially anxious, where they don't like being in a big crowd of people. So something like that would be really good for them, because you can enjoy music and you don't have to be like all crammed in.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I didn't think of it like that, actually, to be fair. That's a good point.
Yeah. So your new releases then, you've got 2 albums already written.
Yeah.
Mr. John Lennon. So are you
I know. You know what?
You
You call me Mr. John Lennon, right? I tell you, this is my conversation start with everyone, right? I have the same birthday as John Lennon, October the 9th.
No way!
Yeah,
I think, fact.
Mate, that has to be where I get the gift of songwriting from. I've got to be the reincarnation of John Lennon. I mean, I'm not like bigging myself up or nothing, but...
Oh my God, that's so weird. I've got to do this thing again now, because I'm so sorry for anyone that watched me with the recreation last week, but I've got to show Tom Scott. Sorry, Tom was on the last one. Right, look at this.
Right.
So someone sent me this in the post. It's signed by everyone in Oasis.
Oh, no way. That's pucker, man.
I know.
That is class. What? Yeah, but who from Oasis is it? What, Liam, Noel, Bonehead and Griggs? Or is it Whitey? Is Whitey
this was done. Hold on, I don't know if you can see. Oh, sorry, I can't, because it's literally so tightly folded, it keeps pinging back. So
I see what you mean.
Noel, Andy Bell.
Oh, Andy Bell, yeah.
I think.
Must be Gem Up.
It's signed by like 7 different people.
Oh, right, that's quality, man.
Cool, isn't it? That's a little John Lennon link.
It's top.
I don't know what it was, something to do with a charity or something. They basically got everyone to sign it. But yes,
why have you not got it on the wall? Are you going to frame it or something?
Yeah, I'm going to frame it. I only got it a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, right, yeah, that'll look pucker, that'll look good.
Yeah, it's cool. So albums then. So have you got a plan in action of when you're going to release an album, or are you just going to do like a few singles first and see how they go?
Yeah, so the plan for the rest of the year, obviously I've had a single out. I'm going to do another single, hopefully like end of this month, early August. And then I've got an EP. So that's going to be like 4 tracks released at once. And then hopefully have a strong end to the year. And then gig next year. And hopefully towards the end of next year, I can kind of piece an album together and get it released, which will be good, man.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Get an EP out first.
Little steps.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so it would be good to come and see you, Scott, at some point in time.
Yeah,
just when we can hopefully get back to normal again.
As soon as I've got gigs lined up, mate, I'm going to shout it from the rooftops. Everyone will know about it, so you'll have to get down to one.
Get a ticket fast before they sell out.
Yeah, exactly that, man.
Yeah,
I watched a couple of the previous ones you've done. I see you had John McClure from Reverend and the Makers, is it? That was a good one.
Yeah. I loved. I'm so glad he agreed to do it. But I've met John quite a few times over the years. So when he said on my tweet, he was like, "I'll do one, mate." I was like, "You serious?" So I was straight in there, like, "John, can we actually hook this up?"
Yeah. No, it was really good, man. He was funny. I was cracking up. He's got some good stories, isn't he?
Some of his stories are great, aren't they?
Yeah,
some of his stories. What was it the other day when his brother Chris McClure was telling the story about another story about when they were watching Oasis. And they're just brilliant, like the way they just like I always get in trouble in front of the like Gallagher boys.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, it's brilliant, man. It's what it's all about, isn't it?
I know, it's very rock and roll. I wonder if it'll be like that again.
Wow, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think it's different nowadays, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't hide from anything. If you're going out and being a nuisance all the time, you're going to get caught, ain't you? Do you know what I mean? Like with social media. People. Yeah, exactly. You can't say nothing nowadays. So I doubt it'll ever be the same again, really. But we can only try.
Yeah. I was reading this. Someone posted this article about Liam Gallagher today when they were recording some music in Wales, and apparently Stone Roses were recording music, but just down the road. So Liam Gallagher and Bonehead nicked a combine harvester, and they drove it down to where the Stone Roses were recording their music, and was spying on them.
Yeah, I've heard that story. I think that was on an Oasis documentary I think it was, I forget the name of the studio now, but I've heard that story. Can you imagine that being in the mix of them two bands. Like, it just must have been complete chaos. Like,
Imagine just going for a walk though, and like, hold on a minute, is that Liam Gallagher and Bonehead and a combine harvester?
Like, what would you say? Like, what would you think? That is just, but that is such a typical Liam Gallagher thing to do, isn't it? Like, the geezer's just off dead.
He's like a big kid. He's great.
He is. Do you know what? He's one person, man. I say it. Like, I have to meet that bloke. I have to meet him. I've never met him. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I've got to meet him. I have to.
I'm sure you will one day. But I'd love to meet him as well. You know that everyone was talking about the last gigs they went to. I went to watch DMAs at Brixton, and Liam Gallagher was there.
Was he there? Was he? Did you meet him?
No, I just found out after. And the people that we were drinking with before the gig met him.
Oh, you're joking, man. That is typical.
Two of my mates met him.
Oh,
we were
mate,
like, we'll meet you in the venue. And then I found out the next day, you always say that. You go to a gig and you're like, meet you in there. You never see him again for the whole night.
You don't see him for about 6 months after that.
I got tagged in a photo on Facebook and it was like, oh, we met Liam Gallagher. I was like, oh my God. And I saw Jean Gallagher when we were getting a bus. Me and my friends were getting a bus into London from Victoria Station where we got dropped off. And I was like, that's Jean Gallagher. I was like, I wonder if Liam's going to be there tonight. And he was. But I'm sure you will. Yeah. Like, your paths will cross.
I hope so, because like he lives up quite, like, where I was born in London, I was born in Hampstead. And he lives in Highgate, which is like just up the road. And he goes running around a place called Hampstead Heath. Like, and I'd go over there all the time, like with my little binoculars, like I'm trying to spy him out.
You got there all the time, every morning in the bush.
Yeah. The bush. I'm like a sniper, like trying to spot him. See a geezer in a Stone Island jacket down there. I'm like, that's him.
Up, like doing the Rocky. Oh, I'm sure you would though. I'm sure you would.
Yeah, I can only hope so, man. You mentioned DMAs a minute ago. They got a new album coming out Friday, ain't they?
Great plug, Scott. Yes, they have.
Yeah, they have, man. Do you know what? I think the last album they done was brilliant, and what I've heard so far, I'm a bit like, I'm not sure, but I feel like it's going to be an album that will grow on me. Do you know what I mean? Over time. The
glow will grow.
Yeah, the glow will grow. That's mate. They should use that in their campaign.
But I admit, I really like all of them, apart from this last one. I love you, DMAs, but it sounds a bit. My friend said it will be featured on the next Now, whatever CD it is. It's a bit poppy.
Right, yeah, they definitely have, from Hill's End, they've evolved so much, haven't they? Like, their sound has changed for every album. So we'll have to wait and see on Friday, really, won't we?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. I've been waiting for it. I've ordered vinyl, that colour vinyl that they've done.
Oh yeah, it looks pucker, that, doesn't it? Are you like into your vinyls and all that? Do you collect them and things like that? That's a silly question, isn't it?
I expect anything to do with music, Scott. I waste my money on. Look, I've got all these bloody things. I've got posters for that I've not even got room for. Look, just I buy stuff. I impulse buy. I'm like, I have a wine on a Saturday. Wake up the next day. I bought a bloody guitar at the weekend.
Did you? Can you even play?
No.
I'll have to teach you. I
used to give it a go years ago, and I thought on Saturday, I was like, I really want a new. I've got a guitar, but it's just really old, and I was like, I want a guitar, so I bought a new guitar, and it turned up yesterday. You know, something turns up, and you're like, why is there a phone outside my door? I was like,
yeah. No, mate, I'll have to teach you.
You get to see what other drunk purchase. Hold on. Wait.
Go on.
This is also exclusive. So I was watching Oasis at Glastonbury on TV the other night.
Oh, wow.
All the fucking Star Shaped tambourine.
That's a lyric in one of Noel Gallagher's songs, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it it's on his solo one.
Lock All the Doors, I think it is.
Lock All the Doors, that's it. Oh, I love that album. I love the song. That album. It's so good.
I played that whole album on Saturday, right? It's just the most underrated album, like, ever. It's absolutely brilliant, man. It's just tune after tune.
So good. It's probably my favourite Noel Gallagher album.
Yeah, I think, definitely that or his first one, definitely.
Yeah. I know If I Had a Gun and Dead in the Water are my two favourite Noel Gallagher songs.
Yeah. I like If I Had a Gun. I love playing that on acoustic. It's just like, it's just a naturally beautiful song. You don't have to jazz it up or nothing. It's just beautiful, isn't it? It's amazing.
He's such a genius songwriter. So what do you play then? Do you play, obviously, just guitar? Do you play any other instruments? Like the tambourine?
I play, like, guitar is like, I've been playing guitar since I was like 5 years old. But I have a go at a bit of keyboard now and then. I'm no good at it, but I try. I do try. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
but you know
learning.
music, so you can learn. You know the tunes, don't you?
Well, that's the thing. You know how to play a chord on guitar. You can work it out on piano quite easily. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm learning all the time, and it helps with songwriting because like you could write something on guitar, and it will sound completely different on piano, and it can just like it'll evolve a song so much. Do you know what I mean? So it's good to like try and broaden. Yeah, exactly. It's good to try and broaden your horizons as well. Do you know what I mean?
That's really cool. And so I forgot to mention about your little videos the other day when you were playing was it a toy guitar?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll tell you what it was. I went round. It was about 3 weeks ago. I went to a barbecue at my best mate's girlfriend's house in Baldock, and my mate Josh, his little boy was there, Rudy, and he was running about, and he had all these toys with him. And I've picked this little guitar. It was only about this big. And it had all these colours on it, and it made all these stupid noises. And I just played the first note on it, and I went, "That's She Bangs the Drums." And I just banged it out, and it was just like everyone was in stitches. It was good, man. It was wicked.
It sounded amazing. It sounded.
Yeah, I know. Twitter loved it as well. Twitter was all over it, man. So that was good.
I was like, send me the video so I can post it everywhere.
Yeah, man. It was funny, man. It was good.
Natural talent, no. I don't think I couldn't even play. Well, I used to play the trumpet when I was a kid, like really young.
Did you? It's too noisy for me. Too noisy, a trumpet.
Too noisy. I used to be in a brass band with my brothers.
Oh, did you? Did you? Amazing. That is quality.
Maybe Sonia Jackson off EastEnders. But no, I still got my trumpet.
Oh,
it's not cool, is it? It's not cool.
Not at all. I can't even say.
My brother used to play a thing called a euphonium. So it's like a tuba, but like littler. My brother played the trombone. We were right gays. We only went to band practice because they had free sweets. Right then, Scott, I will let you carry on with your evening. So this is Scott Curwen, everybody, and you are on Twitter. You're at Scott Curwen.
Yeah.
So, and please check him out on Spotify to listen to his only single that's out right now, Out of Reach, and look out for, what's the new song called?
Stop the Rain. Come on, you should know it by now. Know it by now.
Sorry, I knew that. Stop the Rain is his next single, which will be out on a date to be confirmed.
Yeah, to be confirmed. Hopefully, I'm finishing it on Saturday. I've got sessions, so hopefully, I want to say August just to cover my own back, but it might be sooner. We'll have to wait and see.
August isn't far away, so it'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly that.
Thank you so much for joining me, Scott. It's been a real pleasure. I could chat for hours, but I'm not allowed to.
That's fine, man. Thanks for having us on. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Have a great evening.